Hello and welcome to another episode by Black Bear Dog Trading. I want to go over a review of the four currency pairs that I trade. Today has been very quiet. It is Monday, March the 3rd, 2025, and there hasn't been any real movement in any of the currency pairs. So I could look at other currency pairs, but I'm really not interested. I like to stick to the same pairs that I trade because over time I learned how they move about, and I also learned how to navigate the currency pairs, so I know what is what. So starting off with the Euro USD, my actual trading chart is at the 1 hour. My two review charts are a daily and right here the 4 hour. And it is clear by looking at all three charts. On the daily, I have clearly, or we are clearly sitting at a ceiling right here. We have the same for the 4 hour chart. We're at a ceiling right here. And we're also having the same for the 1 hour chart. So there is no need for me to analyze this any further. There is clearly nothing happening. Price has been moving also. Excuse me, goodness. Price has been moving also extremely slow, and it's been like this for the since early morning. So let's see what we have for the next currency pair, which is the USDJPY, and we kind of have the reverse here. While we are forming a cup right here, as you can tell by the if you look at the um, shape, you can clearly tell that we are right here forming a cup. There we go, and here is a cup handle. So this should indicate that we should have an upward, but we are not there at all. In fact, it took a reverse downward, and right now we are pretty much again sitting at a support level right here. The same is true. Let me shrink up this chart a little bit, like this way. And as you can tell, we're the same here. We're on a support level here, and we're also on a support level here. And again, nothing to do. It's just been that way the whole day as well, since early morning, 5 o'clock coastal time, PST time, and there's no need to try and do anything because it's going to be a losing trade if we do. So moving on to the next one, which is the USD CAD, and the same thing. We have we're sitting at a ceiling, and yeah, the price again has not been budging. It's just been a slow day overall. Now, what I want to point out here is that we have a gap right here between the high here and the recent high and the last high here. And of course, that means price will always go back to where it came from because the gap is a jump that happened for whatever reason. So the actual real ceiling is not what you see at this level right here. Oops, let me get out of this. Where am I here now? This one. I want to be on this chart. So the ceiling is not what you see right here, but it's actually more or less where we had the prior to the gap. So this is where we are, as you can see right here. So again, we're at a ceiling, and that is just not doing anything. Will it retrace from here down? It's a wait and see. We did have the beautiful M pattern right here, as you can tell, which should have continued downward, but it clearly did not. It somehow made a jump up, and again, yeah, it wasn't a trade regardless that we had the M pattern. The reason why the M pattern, by the way, didn't work is because, like here, we had a large candle, a large swing. and this large swing indicates that there will be a retracement. Remember this in trading, when you have sudden large moves, rarely will price continue in that direction, yeah, after that move is exhausted. Almost always it will retrace back. That's almost with a 90%, 95% accuracy. So, okay, so there's no trading equally for the USD CAD. So let me get rid of this here before I move on to the final currency pair that we have. I don't want these two horizontal lines here. There we go. Delete them. And now let's check the Aussie USD. And we have the same thing. We've been sitting at a support level pretty much the entire day right here. And as you see, the levels are it's pretty strong because we got it all the way here. And then again, we got it all the way here. And we got it all the way here. So that's a pretty, my drawing isn't the greatest, but you get the gist. And again here. So that's a pretty strong support level. So more, even though it went up a little bit right here, it didn't go past the zone. I always say there is a zone, and you can clearly see these zones. Price needs to move above the zone and continue in order to go back to this direction again. This is clearly not happening. We see the same thing happening on our 4-hour chart. It's not going over the 21 SMA or the EMA, excuse me. And on the daily chart, it even dipped back below and then hit support right here as well. And that's where it's sitting for right now. So what does this mean as far as potential trading for tomorrow? Well, based on what I am seeing, more than likely, if the euro price keeps moving the way it's been, we will have a retreat or a retracement, whatever you like to call this, and we should have a downswing and a possible sell position. As far as the USDJPY is concerned, that looks to be more in a flat zone, and you can easily see this. We're sitting on a ceiling here, we're sitting on a support here. So unless right now price is right here, so unless we have a breakout this way or a breakout that way, my prediction is that the JPY will be flat for a while. How long? That's anybody's guess. That's why you need to monitor, but that's how I see it. And as far as the CAD is concerned, we are sitting at the ceiling. You can see that again very clearly, that we have a ceiling right here. I mean, my drawing isn't again the greatest, but, and this is where we had this beautiful M, but it didn't go anywhere. So it went up, but it didn't continue. It retraced back down. Price is sitting exactly at the ceiling, which is now becoming support. So we'll see if it breaks through on the downswing. We will definitely have a potential sell opportunity. It's a wait and see. I doubt that it will take the direction upward, but markets are finicky beasts and you never know. But that's what I see. I believe that this is going to turn into a nice little sell for about this distance right here, which, if I were to take that in pips, I really don't like to talk pips, but let's just say, for argument's sake, would give us about 2750, 2800 pips. Not at all a bad little run. Okay, last but not least, the Aussie. And I think the Aussie, again, we're sitting at the support. We've already reached support. We have a clear gap of candle right here. So this gap of candle right here is meaning this low doesn't count because it made up this gap again. So the low is really where I pointed out already a few minutes ago. is really right here, the support, and that's where we're at. And again, the same thing. Will it go through the zone, which is roughly about here? And price right now is actually right smack at the zone. It went up, but it retraced. It went back down, it retraced. If it goes up and it stays strongly up, then we may have the potential of a really nice, up till about right here, really nice potential buy entry. But we'll have to wait and see. So we need to keep monitoring it. We need to keep an eye on it, and then we'll know. This is it for my analysis of the markets today, in particularly the four currency pairs that I trade. So I hope it gave you a little insight of what to look for and how to speculate. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and as always, God bless.